Hey, what up, good people? What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? Yeah, sorry, I was just admitting a few people here. Um, yeah, yeah. So guys, last week we had a bit of setups that went my way, but then sentiment changed, especially on that USD CAD, and yeah, so that's the nice part about being in the Signal group. So that shout out Maria, so that when there is any sort of sentiment change, we are. Can I just see this warning message? You are aware of it, and yeah. But without wasting any time, let's go. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. And look here, the week before NFP, the last week of the month is not always so exciting. Today, bank holiday from America. It was an American bank holiday, but great enough. We did see some move and we did hit some TPs today. And then JPY news, nothing really exciting here. Out of all the news, I know that the official bank rate, well, if you want to be, please don't draw on the charts. If you're gonna be up at that time, um, yes, the official bank rate. If you're gonna be up at that time, I know that moves quite a lot. And normally when I trade news like this, I like looking at what global trends have been doing. So can I just do this? Let me just say this month. I just want to filter for this month and then just filter central banks news. High impact, just from the central banks apply, so that we can see the trend that has been happening there. Bank of Japan, they stayed the same. This had a change, a decrease as forecasted. This had a decrease as forecasted. So this is kind of giving us the idea that we may have a decrease as forecasted for the NZD. But if it remains unchanged, then we know that we'll see the NZD flying. So I think as far as anything interesting goes this week, that's it. Also, when I was a beginner trader, I used to think that when there's bank holidays, markets won't move or anything like that. But I've found that regardless, the market moves. And then I know FOMC, but these are meeting minutes, so it's not like a straight number, which normally brings in a bit of volatility. So there's no particular news that I'm looking at directly this week to trade, but also know that these bank holidays won't affect the movement much. I don't even know. Maybe one of you guys know what holiday it was today for GBP and America and England, because it says bank holidays. What holiday? Sorry, I'm checking on my phone. So yeah, I'm just interested to see. Uh So it's saying it's not a federal holiday, but it was national, um, national something holiday. I think somebody sent a message, saying what it is. Yeah, nah, I can't see what holidays it was. It says National Blueberry Cheesecake Day, which I don't see why cheesecake should be celebrated as a holiday. But yeah, Euro JPY, let's get started with that. You guys know that I use moving averages from time to time when trading. But looking at overall what's been happening, as I said last week, looking at a downwards movement, and we saw that downwards movement come in. So I am looking for a trend continuation on that for a Euro JPY sell. It should be interesting at as to what we're going to be looking at. But before we do that, because it's the last week of the month, I'm just going to look at the monthly, and we didn't really have anything. There wasn't much of a continuation of the overall trend, and that we just also peaking. Please, dim Tudor, stop drawing on the charts. It becomes really distracting. Thank you. Yes, and now we just peeking at what would be the high of the year, and we saw us move down from there. So we didn't really break through on that price, but let me just bring it down here and look at that. But because we actually broke above and closed above, we might be looking at a buy, and also considering that this month's low, when we got to this month's low on the daily candle, we did see a buy. So what my trader instincts are actually telling me is that we will see a move to the upside, but I'm not sure as to whether it will come tomorrow. I think tomorrow we'll see a bit of a sell, just to take out any people who got the buys right. Any early buyers, just to take them out before moving up. So for this week, I'm anticipating a buy on the euro, and for us to at least reach last week's highs. But like I said, that this buy is something that I'm anticipating more for like a Wednesday and Thursday, but overall Wednesday and Thursday, but overall tomorrow I am looking for a short position. But if ever markets do prompt us to go long, if markets do prompt us to buy, then I'll definitely be a buyer. GBP USD, guys, as I say, please stop drawing on the charts. It becomes distracting. And I'm going to start removing people that draw on the charts. When you draw on your charts or when you draw on your phone, it also shows on my side. So just also coming out weekly here. This has been quite interesting because we've seen all straight bulls from this market of GBP USD, and we did break significant highs. Last year's high has been broken and closed above, so we can see that the market is quite bullish for the pound. So for overall, for the rest of the year, I think we can expect to see a strong sentiment from the pound. But coming through on this time frame, just there, well, we haven't filled that first place of resistance. So I will continue to be a buyer, but buy cautiously. Do expect a little bit of pullbacks, but then when the pullbacks are done, I will be a buyer. So for this week, but until I'll be a buyer until 136 400. I like round numbers. 136 400, and really just keep it there. And if we can look left structurally, I just want to see where it comes in, where it comes into quite a bit of play of structure here, where in 2002 it was a very strong point of resistance, because when markets got here and then went down, right, and they really went down. So I think we're just chasing this level, and if we break this level, then we can continue to see it being bullish. But then one thing to note is that we've had 1, 2, 3, 4 months of straight bulls, right? Even when we come here to the daily time frame, we can see that the market has been really bullish, and sometimes we just expect a bit of pullbacks when the market has been so bullish. And then in terms of USD CAD, I was expecting a strong CAD, and with anticipation that they'll hold this support. But as soon as this support was broken in my signal group, that's when we started going for shorts. So even on USD CAD, I'm going to be looking at a trend continuation. So I'll continue to look for more shorts, especially because these shorts really, the sell-off last week broke some lows, which we've pretty much been consolidated at, not wanting to break. So that is something that I'm looking for the rest of the week. I just want to bring up my Fibonacci's and see what pullback we could potentially expect. All right. So I think around about this, let me mark it as a zone. Round about this area over here, we can expect markets to pull back there and then continue on their downside. But again, if I start seeing the movement earlier, moving to the downside, then I'll be in that. And then you guys know USD ZAR. I'm not a USD ZAR trader. I did have my anticipations last week, but then we've just been trading lower and lower. We have broke the strongest price last week. We broke the strongest price of the year, which was 18 Rand straight. So when we broke that, it was indication that it might go up. So I'm thinking that the next zone, and obviously over the long period, is for us to chase to pretty much gain another rand. So for us to reach about 1710, 1715, because it's 1704 here, but we'll watch it. And obviously we know, which Trump and Cyril, obviously last week they had talks there, and so it's really going to be interesting what the outcome is going to be. I think one of the things is us seeing the strengthening of the rand prior to these talks, is like some people had some insider trading going on there. So I think overall we'll continue to see the shorts. I think for this week we will see buyers come in just to have a better flow of the market, because again, this has been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks of decline, which you see the candle that was formed here. Let me just quickly look at the message. We're going there. We're going to gold. So it's something that I'm looking at, but I don't trade it. But I think we can expect, especially over the year, is to see a strengthening rand. And then gold, again, they really got me, because I was expecting to see a short gold, and it didn't even fill the gap, which we know that normally markets will fill the gap, and they came in and really killed last week's high. Last week's high was there, so it is an indication that bulls may come in. So as far as gold is concerned, I am looking to be bullish, especially how we closed on Friday. Friday was a nice big candle there, closing above the previous day's price, and also coming on the weekly. As we can see, the weekly had strong buys over there, but I don't see us making like extremely aggressive buys, right? but buying to about 34, yeah, you can say 3,400, so about $60 up from now. I'm expecting to see that, and then we'll wait to see what sort of reaction we have from the dollar, or how people are feeling about the dollar before we see there. Because another thing is, the dollar and gold are inversely correlated. So meaning when the dollar gains strength, gold goes down, and when the dollar's losing strength, gold goes up. And we know there's conspiracies there about there's conspiracies there about the dollar collapse happening. So that is something else that you can look out for. So just a quick recap: Euro JPY, I'm looking for buys tomorrow, and for sells tomorrow, and the rest of the week I'm looking for buys. With GBP USD, I am looking for buys, but trying to see what they will do tomorrow. USD CAD, I'm expecting to see some buys for us to reach this level and then sell. As you guys know, Prof Zones, who also used to do a Monday market mapping with me, he'd always leave a tip that when you break support or resistance, we will have a little bit of a pullback before that is changed. And then gold, I'm looking for buying opportunities, and USDs are, as I said, I don't really trade it, but I'm looking for sells, although the way they've been selling so hard over the past 7 weeks, I'm expecting to see just a little bit of a buy and then a continuation of the sell. But thanks guys for pulling through. Monday market mapping, happy trading. Yes, and just a general before we close off is I don't think I'm going to be too aggressive this week. All in preparation for NFP, bank holidays. Bank holidays don't stop the volatility too much. Right, bank holidays don't affect volatility too much, but then we can expect to see it being a bit of a slow week, because again, last week of the month and also the bank holidays. But then if ever there is an opportunity, go in, because sometimes the volatility that we think is not going to happens, and it happens really aggressively. So yeah, guys, shout out. And I can't wait for the new month. I feel like next month is going to be super exciting. Yes, you're already on the gold buys. Nice. I know there's somebody who was telling me that they on gold buys already, but you guys know I'm not a gold trader. So because of reasons where people are asking me to check out for them, I do check it out. But catch me where the currencies are. All right, guys. Happy trading. We will meet again next week. Cheers.